Let's be honest. If money were a person, most people would treat it like an emotionally unavailable ex. You know you need it, you want it to stay, but you have no idea what it actually wants from you. And worse, just when you think you figured it out, boom, it ghosts you and leaves you on red. But here's the truth no one tells you. Money isn't confusing. It's just been explained in the most boring way possible. I'm sick of it, and this video will completely change that. I'm about to give you the step-by-step blueprint to finally understand money. And I mean, like, really understand it. No more TikTok advice from people who just discovered credit scores last week. This is the real deal. Entertaining, practical, and beginner-proof. So if you've ever felt broke, confused, or one Amazon cart away from financial disaster, watch this all the way through. Because by the end, you'll walk away with the blueprint that millionaires wish they had in their 20s. Let's break it down. Step 1. Understand what money really is. It's not what you think. All right, first off, contrary to popular belief, money is not just paper or numbers on a screen. It's a tool, a value exchange agreement, a trust-based IOU from society. If you strip away the fluff, money simply means this. I did something valuable for you, and instead of trading goats or firewood, you gave me these magic tokens that say someone else owes me a favor. But here's where most people get trapped. They chase money as if it's the end goal. Money is not the goal. Freedom, time, peace of mind, that's the goal. Money is the vehicle. Think of it like this. You don't fall in love with a steering wheel. You fall in love with the places it takes you. Now, let's hit you with a little history to drive this home. Back in ancient times, people bartered. I'll trade you 2 chickens for that bag of rice. The problem? What if you don't need chickens? That's when money stepped in. It became the universal translator for value. Fast forward to today. Money has gone digital, but it's still built on trust. Every dollar you hold is backed by your belief that you can trade it for something tomorrow. Wild, right? So no, money isn't evil. It's not magical, and it's not something that only smart people understand. It's simply a system humans created to simplify life. You're not dumb. You've just been taught wrong. Here's the mic drop truth. Money is a mirror. It reflects your decisions, your mindset, and your habits. Money is a servant, not a master. Your job isn't to worship it. Your job is to wield it, like a sword or a lightsaber. And guess what? You don't need to be rich to start understanding it. You just need to shift your perspective from how can I get more to how can I make it work for me. Now that you know what money really is, let's talk about how it actually flows. Because if you don't understand where it's coming from and where it's going, you'll always wonder why you're broke. Step 2, track the flow, cash in, cash out. Let me introduce you to the most savage money-eating monster of all time, not knowing where your money went. Or let me ask this. You ever check your bank balance and feel personally attacked? Like your account is whispering, "Remember that latte?" Yeah, you bought 6. Here's the golden rule of wealth. What gets tracked gets mastered. Start by tracking your money, every dollar in and out. Use a spreadsheet, a napkin, or an app. I don't care. Just stop being financially blind. If you don't control your money will control you, and it's a terrible boss. But tracking is only half the game. The other half, knowing exactly where that money should be going. That's where budgeting comes in, but not the way your grandma did it. Step 3, build a beginner-proof budget that doesn't suck. Yes, the B word everyone pretends like it doesn't exist. And I get it. The word budget sounds like a punishment. Like, sorry, you can't have fun, you're on a budget. Wrong. A budget is not a jail sentence. It's a permission slip. It tells your money where to go so you can do what you want later. Not just survive, thrive. Here's a beginner-proof breakdown. 50% needs, rent, bills, boring adult stuff. 30% wants, fun, food, freedom. 20% future, savings, investments, becoming the rich auntie, uncle. Simple, powerful, no financial anxiety. But wait, keep in mind it's not just about budgeting. On this channel, we've created step-by-step videos and a complete playlist that breaks down exactly what it takes to build generational wealth. If that's what you're about, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our members list to always stay updated. Now that your money has a plan, let's make sure it's not leaking through holes you don't see. Because the real enemy of wealth, it's not just low income, it's invisible expenses. Step 4, find and kill hidden money leaks. All right, let's play a quick game. Pull up your bank account and look at the last 30 days of spending. Now highlight every transaction that made you go, wait, what even was that? Congratulations, you've just met your first money leak. Money leaks are sneaky. They aren't the giant purchases that scream bad decision. They're the $8 subscriptions, the daily delivery fees, the unused gym membership that you emotionally committed to in January and ghosted by February. These little costs bleed your budget dry and then whisper, it's just a few bucks, relax. But here's the punchline. $7 here, $12 there, and suddenly you've lost $300 a month to stuff that doesn't even spark joy. If your budget had a heartbeat, money leaks would be the slow internal bleeding. The first step to killing money leaks is awareness. You can't fix what you won't face. Audit your expenses like your financial life depends on it, because it does. Here's your simple action plan. Print or pull up your last month's statements. Highlight every expense that didn't give you real value. Cancel, pause, or downgrade them. Replace with better habits. Example like make coffee at home, downgrade streaming plans, bundle insurance. You're not being cheap, you're being strategic. Every dollar you rescue is a dollar you can redirect toward your goals. And if you're thinking, but it's only $9.99 a month, let me introduce you to compound interest. That same $9.99 invested monthly with average returns could be over $20,000 in 20 years. So yeah, that random subscription to a cat yoga app might actually be robbing future you. Great, now we've patched the leaks. Time to actually grow your money instead of just babysitting it. Let's talk about building that savings muscle. Step 5, build a savings habit you can actually stick to. Now this one, I gotta give you a comparison so you can fully understand, so pay attention. Saving money is like going to the gym. Everyone says they'll start Monday until Monday shows up. Or they say, my goal for the new year is to get in shape and work out consistently until February rolls around. Here's the trick. Automate it. Make it brainless. Set up automatic transfers to your investing or savings account every time you get paid, even if it's just $10. Saving is not about the amount, it's about the habit. Start small, make it invisible. Watch it grow. That's the flex. But saving alone won't make you rich. Want to level up? It's time to stop trading time for money and start planting financial seeds. Welcome to the magic of investing. Step 6, start investing, even if you're broke and confused. Look, I get it. Investing sounds scary, like a secret society with candles and charts and guys named Brad who say things like bull market or capital gains. But here's the truth. Investing is the adult version of planting trees you can nap under later. And no, you don't need $10,000 or a Wall Street mentor. You just need a smartphone and some common sense. Let's break it down. What is investing? It's using your money to buy assets, things that grow in value or generate income. Stocks, index funds, real estate, even businesses. Why does it matter? Because your savings account is not growing fast enough to beat inflation. If you're saving without investing, you're quietly getting poorer every year. Legendary investor Warren Buffett once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die." That's a quote I absolutely love because it's facts. Let's simplify it even further. Open an investing account, Roth IRA if you're in the US, or a tax-advantaged account in your country. Choose an index fund that mirrors the market, like the S&P 500. Invest consistently, weekly or monthly, even if it's just $25. Leave it alone. Let time and compound interest do their thing. This is called passive investing, aka the quiet millionaire's strategy. You don't need to day trade. You don't need to time the market. You just need to stay consistent and let your money marinate. And if you're wondering, but what if the market crashes? Good, that's a sale. Buy more. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Also Buffett, because he drops bars. Use beginner-friendly platforms like Vanguard, Fidelity, Schwab, or even apps like M1 Finance or Acorns. Start small. Learn as you go. It's less about perfection and more about momentum. Pro tip, treat your investments like rent, non-negotiable. You wouldn't skip your landlord, don't skip your future. Now that your money is working, let's talk about the other half of the game, how to protect it. Because money you don't keep isn't wealth, it's a cameo. Step 7, protect your money from life and yourself. All right, let's be honest. Life throws us curveballs dang near every single day and you know it. One minute you're cruising, the next you're hit with a surprise dental bill, a flat tire, or your dog swallows something mysterious, and suddenly you're $900 poorer and Googling DIY pet surgery. Please don't. This is why protecting your money is just as important as earning it. You worked hard for it. Now let's make sure it stays yours. Here's your 3-layer defense system. Layer 1, emergency fund, aka your financial seatbelt. Before you do anything else, build an emergency fund. Ideally, 3 to 6 months of basic expenses. This isn't savings for a vacation or new shoes. This is your life just punch me in the face fund. Start small if you need to. $500, then $1,000. Brick by brick. Why? Because putting an emergency on a credit card is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Layer 2, basic insurance. Boring, but crucial. Insurance is one of those things nobody wants until they really, really need it. At minimum, health insurance. One ER visit can cost more than your car. Car insurance. If you drive, protect yourself and others. Renters, home insurance. Stuff happens. Fires, floods, thieves with sticky fingers. If you think insurance is expensive, try an uninsured disaster. Layer 3, scam radar and financial boundaries. Let's talk about the sneakiest money threat. You. Or more accurately, your FOMO, your bad decisions, and your third cousin messaging you on Facebook about an investment opportunity. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably belongs in a Netflix true crime doc. Use these rules. Don't invest in things you don't understand. Don't give out your banking info to anyone who DMs you, Grand Rising beloved. Don't lend large sums of money you can't afford to lose. Your money should have a security system around it, one built with logic, not emotions. Protecting your wealth is like guarding a castle. Build high walls, keep your gates locked, and never trust a Trojan horse with a crypto pitch. Quick checklist: do I have an emergency fund? Am I insured in the basics? Have I set boundaries to protect myself from scams, bad deals, and my own impulses? If you answered yes to all 3, congrats! You're harder to financially destroy than 90% of people. Okay, your money is safe. But now, let's talk about how to make more of it. Because cutting lattes only goes so far. What you really need is income expansion. Step 8. Increase your income without selling your soul. Let's say it loud for the people in the back. You can't frugal your way to wealth. And okay, yeah, sure, budgeting helps. Cutting unnecessary spending helps. But at some point, you hit a wall. And that wall says, you need to earn more. Here's the good news. You don't have to work 16 hours a day or become the next TikTok hustle guru. You just need to start thinking like an entrepreneur, even if you're an employee. There are 2 main ways to grow your income. 1. Increase your primary income. Get paid more for what you already do. Ask for a raise. Yes, really. Get better at your craft equals more valuable equals more money. Upskill. Learn high-value skills like coding, copywriting, graphic design, digital marketing. 2. Create additional income streams. Make money while you sleep or nap. Freelance or consult on the side. Start a digital product, ebook, course, templates. Offer services on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. Sell physical or digital products online. Create content that can be monetized. YouTube, podcast, email list. Your job is your starting line, not your finish line. The average millionaire has 7 income streams. That's not because they're greedy, it's because they understand one stream can dry up. So they build a financial river system. Now, before your brain explodes from all the options, here's the simplest advice. Pick one stream and start small. Let's say you like writing. Great. Freelance 1 blog post a week for $50. That's $200 a month. Stack that money and eventually maybe you write an ebook or offer coaching. And don't fall for the myth that side hustles are only for 20-year-olds with energy drinks and no kids. There are stay-at-home parents crushing it, retirees crushing it, full-time workers crushing it. What they all have in common? They stopped waiting for permission. You are 1 skill away from a whole new tax bracket, so don't sleep on this step. Your income isn't set in stone. It's flexible, stretchable, and totally hackable if you're willing to try. And now, here's where most people fail. They upgrade their lifestyle faster than their income. Let's not make that mistake. Step 9, master lifestyle creep before it masters you. Got a raise? Don't buy a new car. Buy back your time. Lifestyle creep is the enemy of wealth. It whispers, you can afford it now, until you're broke at a higher income. Instead, keep your lifestyle modest and let your investments grow. Wealthy people look broke. Broke people look wealthy. Now for the grand finale, the mindset. Because money isn't just numbers, it's beliefs, habits, identity. And if you don't fix your mindset, your money will never grow. Step 10, program your mind for wealth. The rich don't think like the broke. They think long term. They delay gratification. They see problems as opportunities. Start with this affirmation: I am in control of my money, my future, and my freedom. Read books. Follow real financial educators. Hang with people who challenge your thinking. Wealth isn't built in your wallet. It's built in your mind first. You literally just unlocked the 10-step blueprint to finally understand money. Most people never get this far. They quit halfway. Or worse, they never start. But you're dangerous now. You've got knowledge, power, a plan. If you can relate to any of this, and if you plan to make the money game a reality, comment the words, "I will be wealthy," so I know who's all with me. Now, don't just binge this video and move on. Take one step today, start tracking, start saving, start investing. And if you want to go deeper into how the wealthy quietly build riches without flexing, then watch this next video on screen right now that brains down exactly what stealth wealth is all about. We'll see you in the next one.